Welcome to Crime Time Cases, where we explore real-life scenarios that push people to their limits. You're 30,000 feet in the air, expecting nothing more than a routine flight. The hum of the engines, the occasional turbulence, everything feels normal. But suddenly, the unthinkable happens. A group of hijackers takes control of the plane. Passengers scream, flight attendants freeze, and panic spreads like wildfire. What do? Do you fight back, risking everything? Do you comply, hoping to survive? Or do you regret ignoring the strange feeling you had before boarding? In life-or-death situations, every choice has consequences. And sometimes there's no perfect answer, only survival. Scenario A. Fight, create a disturbance, and be prepared for the consequences. Your heart pounds as chaos erupts inside the cabin. The hijackers have taken control, their voices sharp with threats, their weapons on full display. A wave of terror washes over the passengers, some frozen in shock, others sobbing quietly. But in the midst of it all, something inside you refuses to surrender. You scan your surroundings, searching for anything that could be used as a weapon. A metal food tray, a glass bottle from the beverage cart, even the heavy buckle of your seatbelt. Everyday objects now become potential tools of survival. You glance around and lock eyes with another passenger, their expression mirroring your own determination. If enough of you act together, there might be a chance to overwhelm the hijackers. But hesitation lingers. What if no one joins in? What if resistance only provokes them further? Make no mistake, fighting back isn't a heroic movie scene. It's brutal, unpredictable, and almost certainly bloody. If the hijackers are carrying firearms, one wrong move could turn the cabin into a death trap. A gunshot could pierce the air, a knife could find its mark before you even reach your target. And if the hijackers have explosives, any sudden movement could trigger a catastrophe beyond your worst nightmares. There's also the risk of mistiming your attack. If you act too soon, without proper coordination, or if only a handful of passengers resist, your efforts may be crushed instantly. On the other hand, waiting too long could mean missing the only opportunity to stop them before they secure full control of the cockpit. Every second is a gamble, and the wrong choice could cost not just your life, but the lives of everyone on board. But history has shown that sometimes resistance is the only path to survival. The passengers of United Flight 93 on September 11, 2001, faced this exact moment of truth. They knew that if they did nothing, they would be doomed. Instead, they fought back, forcing the hijackers to crash the plane in an empty field rather than a populated target. Their bravery saved countless lives on the ground, even at the cost of their own. Choosing to fight in a hijacking situation is not just about survival. It's about defiance in the face of terror. It's about making sure that if you go down fighting. But ask yourself, are you truly prepared for what comes next? Scenario B. Comply with the hijackers and pray you will live your mind. Races as the hijackers assert their dominance, barking orders with terrifying authority. The cabin, once filled with casual conversations and the quiet hum of engines, is now a prison of fear. You hear muffled sobs, the frantic breathing of passengers who are too terrified to move. Every muscle in your body tenses as you weigh your options. Fighting back might get you killed instantly, but compliance could mean survival, at least for now. You do as you're told, keeping your head low, avoiding eye contact, making yourself as invisible as possible. Your heart pounds as you try to blend in with the others, hoping the hijackers won't see you as a threat. The goal is simple. Don't give them a reason to single you out. Perhaps the hijackers have a plan beyond bloodshed. Maybe they want money, political leverage, or safe passage to another destination. If that's the case, complying might buy precious time. Time for the pilots to send a distress signal, time for the authorities to track the plane's location, time for an opportunity, no matter how slim, to escape. But there's always the chilling possibility that their intentions are far worse. Some hijackers aren't here to negotiate. Some don't care about demands, hostages, or survival. If they are driven by destruction, martyrdom, or sheer terror, your compliance might only prolong the inevitable. You could be following orders straight to your death. Then comes the psychological torment. Sitting in silence, trapped in uncertainty, watching each hijacker's movements with dread. Every second stretches into an eternity. Every time they move toward the cockpit, you wonder if this is when it ends. Your only comfort is the silent prayers running through your mind, pleading for rescue, for intervention, for a miracle. But as the minutes drag on, you start to wonder, did you make the right choice? Or did you just hand over control of your fate to those who have none of your best interests in mind? Scenario C. Just not have gone on the plane trip. Because you had a bad hunch. The moment you held the ticket, something felt off. A strange dream, a tight knot in your stomach, an unshakable feeling that you shouldn't go. You tried to brush it off, telling yourself it was just paranoia, overthinking, or simple travel nerves. After all, flights happen every day without issue, so why would this one be any different? But the feeling didn't fade. A little voice in the back of your mind kept whispering, "Don't go. Stay home. Reschedule." You hesitated, debating whether to listen to your instincts or ignore them. Canceling meant wasted money, disappointed plans, and admitting to yourself that fear had won. So, you chose logic over intuition, boarded the plane, and now, trapped in the chaos of a hijacking, you regret everything. What if you had listened? History is filled with eerie stories of people who avoided disasters by trusting their gut, missing doomed flights, changing plans last minute, or sensing danger before it struck. Was it just coincidence? Or does the subconscious pick up on warning signs we don't fully understand? If you had stayed home, you would have been safe. But would you have ever known why? Or would you have spent your life dismissing your bad feeling as irrational fear? Now, faced with a terrifying reality, you realize the truth too late. Sometimes, the most important decision isn't logical. It's listening to the voice inside you that knows when something just isn't right. Fate isn't always in our hands, but our choices define how we face the worst moments of our lives. Would you stand and fight, risking everything for a chance at survival? Would you comply and hope to see another day? Or would you have trusted your instincts and never boarded the plane at all? These are the questions that haunt those who have lived through such nightmares. What about if you'd done this instead? Let us know in the comments, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more gripping crime stories. Subscribe to Crime Time Cases and stay prepared for the unexpected.